Let's just go live and see what happens. It says I'm live, but I don't know. There we go. Okay, so I am live. You have to forgive my voice and my nose. I think it's allergies. I really do. I never had allergies before. That's a lie. I have allergies, but it didn't seem this bad before. It seems like as I've gotten older, my allergies are getting worse. But I'm gonna have to get something for them before I leave for California. So, Ginnie Springs. That is not a stripper name, okay? It's Springs. Here in Florida, just northwest of Gainesville. I will be going there uh, sometime in the next month. We're planning this stuff today with my friend that I'm going with. Um, it'll be my first time there, my first time taking my fins out. Now, ever since I was little, okay, um, let me fix look at this. Wait a minute, I'm sorry. I hate that part that was over there. So, ever since I was little, I've always loved mermaids. Always wanted to be a mermaid. Um, Little Mermaid came out uh, in the theaters. I was like, I want to be a mermaid. So, even before that movie came out, when I would go swimming, I would always imagine myself as a mermaid in the water, and it was so much fun. I loved it. And I still do that, but I don't do it so openly. um, then, so I was definitely a closeted mermaid. So, this whole big, like, mermaid thing kicks up, and you see these people with these silicone, silicone fins, and they're gorgeous. I'm like, oh my god, I'm going to have to get one someday. Well, I don't have the tail or anything. I do have the unifin, and um, I bought that a few years ago, and I've never used it because it's too big for my pool. Um, but I'm going to the spring now. That was like one of the things on my bucket list was to go to one of the springs, freshwater, uh, and swim with my fin. Well, last night I hung out with a friend of mine who I absolutely adore. I love him. He's just so nice. Um, and we did not get home. I did not get home till like 3 in the morning. Like, we hung out. We went to a friend's house first. She wanted some kittens that I have. And I thought, who better to come with me than Adam? He'll have fun. He'll get to meet more of the gaming group and everything. So, uh, he did. He came and he had fun. And then I was like, what else do you want to do after this, after we left? And we decided that we were going to go to a bar. I had never been to a bar before, ever. Like, not joking, legit never been to a bar. Um, But I knew where there was a bunch of them. So I told him, I was like, I've never been to a bar. We should go to a bar. He's like, an Irish pub? I was like, we could do an Irish pub. It didn't seem very Irish to me, to be honest, because when we got in there, it was just like country music. The only Irish thing about it was that it was green. That was it. But, we went there. I had one drink, and he had two. He's like, "Do you want any more?" I was like, "I can't. If I do, that's it." I don't know what'll happen. So, uh, we do that. I decided I'm going to get to know him a little bit more because while we were trying to figure out what we were gonna do, I was like, "Oh, we could go to the castle," but the castle was closed. And he's like, "What's the castle?" Like, "It's a club in Ybor." So I showed him, and he's like, "Oh, it's a fetish club." I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "I wouldn't have pegged you for somebody like that." I'm like, well, um, that just opened up because I'm an open book. You could ask me anything, and I'm gonna tell you because why the fuck not? You know, why keep it to myself? If someone's interested, then tell them. Now, obviously, if it's a secret, then whatever. But yeah, so we started asking questions of each other, and I learned a lot I didn't know. Very surprising, actually. The stuff that we talked about and I learned about him that I never would have guessed. Ever in a million years. Um, let's see. After the bar, we went to Denny's. We hung out at Denny's for a few hours, just having like a late dinner or extremely early breakfast. For me, it was like a really late dinner because I hadn't had anything to eat at all. And he had, so he just had like, uh, he had half of my hash browns and he had an order of hash browns and a muffin. And I had an omelet and two sausage links and some toast. So, yeah. And then we got on the topic of going to these springs. And so I was like, "You want to do this?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Good. That's what we're doing. That's what our next trip is going to be. Our next trip is going to be to Springs, and we're going to go swimming." So, yeah, that's what we're doing. And I just had so much fun. We were joking. The funny part was, like, here we're sitting at Denny's, and he grabs the menu. I'm flipping through. I'm trying to figure out what I want. He's like, "That's not the one you're supposed to be looking at." I'm like, "Okay." So he closes the menu and turns it to the back. 55 plus, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, "Oh, wow, everything on here is cheaper." So I'm looking through it, okay? I'm like, let's see, what do I want? Oh, it's the same as the other menu. It's just cheaper. And he's like, "You see it?" I'm like, "What? 55 plus eggs?" I'm like, "I can't eat 55 eggs." And he's like, busted out laughing. And he thinks it's hilarious. He's like, "Well, what's the next one say?" And I'm like, 55 veggie omelets. Who orders 55 veggie omelets and that only pays, is that per omelet price? Or is that for all 55 of them? And he is laughing his fucking ass off, okay? I don't know if it's because I was drinking. I know I'm a lightweight, like extremely lightweight. I had one beer. I was already feeling it. I was feeling it. Or it was because I just didn't make the connection. And I think that's what it was. Excuse me. I have to, I'm sorry. I'm just, my nose. Okay. But I did not make the connection. He's like, look. And I'm like, am I missing something? Is it so obvious and plain and I just don't see it? So he's looking. He's like, well, look at it. I'm like, okay. You're going to have to tell me what it is because I don't see what you're seeing. He's like, 55 plus. I was like, yeah. He goes, it's the senior citizen menu. I'm like, so I threw the menu at him and he starts laughing all over again. Oh my God. I'm just like, it's not funny. But it is because I started laughing too. It was hilarious. Um, we tease each other about each other's age all the time because he's 22 and I'm 36. And I always teased him before going, are you even old enough to be drinking? Like, we would hang out before Rob passed away. And it would be me, Rob, Mike, and um, Adam. And Adam would bring over beer. I would constantly be like, he looks way too goddamn young to be having a beer in his hands. How the hell? How old is he? You know? And I don't remember when I asked him, but come to find out, he's 22. And I'm like, but you look like a baby. Oh, you're barely legal. Like, so I give him shit about his age all the time because he definitely has a baby face. If you shave his beard, he looks 16. But, wow. I did not get much sleep. Get 3, didn't get to sleep till 3:30. Woke up at like 8:40. I should think about getting some more sleep. Anyway, then we just talked about the spring thing. It was just lots of fun. I had a lot of fun last night hanging out with him. I always have fun hanging out with him. We laughed so hard and we talked about so much stuff. And he's just a really awesome guy. Um, I'm going, I think I'm really going to miss him when I go to California. You know, I'm going to California for about a month. Um, I'll be leaving on July 10th, and I will be getting back before Rob's birthday. I don't know what day, but it'll be before Rob's birthday. Um, and it's gonna be fun. I can't wait to meet Kevin and his family. It'll be awesome. Um, that's the one thing. It's like we work together pretty well in person. That or I mean online. That if we work well in person together, it's gonna be awesome. Um, If we don't, we'll just be really good friends, and I'll come back to Florida and I continue on with my life. He is so sure that we're going to work out in person that he has the next few years planned out. It's crazy. He's so sweet. He's 24, but he really thinks that we're going to just work perfectly because we work together online. And I'm more realistic in thinking that we could work. We could. We also couldn't. And I don't want to. I don't want to hurt him at all. I don't want to. For me, it's just not. There's no connection, and then for him to be like, "Oh no, there's definitely something here," and making him feel bad because I love Kevin. He's a sweetheart, and he's hot, and he's so nice. He's so nice. Like, um, yeah. The last thing I want to do is hurt him. I don't want to hurt anyone, but I don't want him to get a broken heart and then hate me for it because I don't want to hurt him. Um, I want him to be happy. And I know that if I were to stay just so I would not hurt his feelings, it wouldn't be good for him because eventually, you know, it's going to be pretty obvious and I've wasted his time as well as my own. So hopefully it works out and we both have this connection, or we both don't have this connection and it's obvious for the both of us. Um, in any case, I will be having a lot of fun going to finally stand in the Pacific Ocean, having crossed the US. Plus, if it doesn't work out, I could go on my road trip. I mean, even if it does work out, I'm going on my road trip. But it would just be easier for me to do the road trip if it doesn't work out. Because I won't have any attachment. And even though I've been hanging out with Adam, like almost, holy fuck, I've been hanging out with Adam every day of the week. Okay. I don't think, yeah, he doesn't see me that way. So, um, yeah, there's nothing there. It would just be me, and I'd be fine with that. Um, let's see. Yeah, that's it really. Um, I really don't have anything else to say. It was just a little short update. I've, oh, I remember. I have, I don't know if I've lost any more weight. I haven't been able to weigh myself. I've not done very well with the diet. I know that I've been trying to stick to it as much as possible, but it's like when the doctor said you could do carbs now, well, I'm scared to do carbs because what if I gain all this weight back? Um, I haven't been exercising like I know I should. I haven't gone on a bike ride. It's kind of, just so exhausted lately. And I'm not sure why. That the fact that riding a bike just seems so exhausting, which is ridiculous because I know I get energy from riding the bike. I just feel so pumped. So I just need to get out there and do it. But tonight I'm going to Panera, so I won't be able to do it tonight. So I'm going to have to schedule it for tomorrow. I know what I can do today is my resistance training. So even though I said I was going to do it yesterday, by the time I got home at 3 in the morning, I was like, ugh. So yeah, it didn't happen. um,